More thing, and that is this revelation about Anonymous. Remember Anonymous? New York Times gives this big op-ed, senior administration official, where it says, I'm part of the resistance inside the Trump administration. Well, this is the guy. Take a listen.
Are you aware of who that is?
I'm not. Look, and that was a parlor game that happened in Washington, D.C. of a lot of folks trying to think of who that might be. I've got my own thoughts about who that might be, but you know,
you're not
on the president, and I certainly don't want to. I wear a mask for two things, Anderson: Halloweens and pandemics. So no.
So yes, Miles Taylor actually was. He's the chief of staff for DHS, clearly not the high-ranking senior administration official, Molly, that the New York Times kind of implied that it was to give that much space.
The New York Times over and over used this anonymous source. They ran an information operation, essentially, saying that there was a very, very high-level person in the Trump administration, possibly Mike Pence, possibly a cabinet official, possibly a high-ranking ambassador, who had horrible things to say about the Trump administration. And it turned out it was a low-level person nobody has heard of. If they're willing to lie about their anonymous sources when it's a really high-level information operation they're running, imagine how much they're lying about all the other anonymous sources they use day in and day out as part of their anti-Trump campaign.
Miles Taylor is a contributor at another network. Very quickly, Harold, you know, should he have gotten that much time in the New York Times?
He's a chief of staff to our Department of Homeland Security.
He wasn't at the time that he wrote that op-ed, incidentally.
Voters have a lot to take in. If this is the best closing argument my friends on the other side have, Joe Biden's going to have a good night next week.
All right, we'll leave it there. When we come back, Dan.